Hi there. How you doing this week? This week's message is a little twofold. So it's about values and it's about appreciation and differences. So let's cut right to the chase. When you find yourself, say, like judging maybe or commenting on other people's decisions and you find verbiage being something around right or wrong, well, that's just not right, or that was wrong, or they're not making the right decision. When we default to that, or when we speak to right and wrong, that is a clear indicator that you're talking about your values. Our values are just so deep. They are beliefs that are just so deep in us that we just believe that they are right. And but one of the things to remember is that not everyone shares the same order of values. Something that's in your top three might be somebody else's 15th or 20th value. It doesn't mean that they don't value it. It just doesn't mean that they're not going to trump the rest of them, that they're not going to take precedent over the rest of them. So what that means is we're the values that are our core values, the ones that are strongest for us, that we believe in the most, are going to be the ones that if we are in a situation where we have to decide which value we are going to demonstrate, act on, make decisions based off of, and they're might feel contradictory in the particular situation. In order for us to feel like we are valuable and living vital lives and doing the right thing, we're going to pick what our core value is. So I'm just opening up this possibility of when we have those strong judgments about right and wrong, that's a cue that we're speaking to our values, and our differences in them from each other. And then that's when it's time to look at, just as we feel certain things are just more important, they're just the right ones, they're the ones at the top of the list, other people are going to have other values that feel right, that feel like they need to take precedence, they need to take priority. And so that is a beautiful moment to widen the perspective of looking at, they're just honoring a different, not better, not worse, but different value. And the important thing there is because, one, when we cast judgment of right or wrong, we are no longer open to possibilities of learning, perspective shifts, getting to know the person better so that we can make future decisions based on learning. We are closed to possibilities, making something right or wrong. That's it. We've had our final answer. It's right or it's wrong, and there's nothing anyone can ever do about it. We are closed to possibilities when we are judgmental and we go to right or wrong. But when we change that verbiage from that was right or that was wrong to that was different than I would have, that was different than my belief. They are living a different value. They are focused on different things. Now we open up the possibility. Now we are open to learning. So, well, that's curious. If they weren't valuing this value of mine, what does it seem like? What might the value be that's important to them and more important to them to mine? And think about the possibilities that are open up when you're curious about someone else's mindset, when you're curious about their decisions, when you're curious about them. You open up to all different ways of understanding them more, being able to see even more similarities and differences. You open up to finding new verbiage and new ways to communicate with them on their terms so that they can hear you better. When you're speaking to their values, they'll be able to hear you a little bit better. It's open up to so many possibilities when we take away the judgment, when we take away the right or the wrong, and we replace it with just different, not right, not wrong, just different. And so the first step can be just genuinely changing the vocabulary and taking those black and white terms of right and wrong, good or bad, out of the vocabulary and replacing them with differences, choices, and things like that. Then we are open up to learning so much more about this world, about those we care about those we just have to interact with, as well as ourselves. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you next week. Bye.